What is up, guys? Man's finally got a beard, and we're going to be talking about the lessons I've learned in 2020. Lego. Number one, happiness truly comes from inside. No, I don't mean inside my heart, like it doesn't come from there, because that's not where it comes from. But yeah, inside in your brain, yeah, probably in the limbic system. But happiness does reside within you, in yourself, and who you are and as a person. So if you are happy within yourself, then you're happy. But if you're desiring happiness from other people, you're not gonna be happy. Trust me, those type of happiness will not last. People will do this to you, they'll break you. Don't rely on other people to make you happy. You need to find the happiness within yourself. But if you've got good people making you happy, that's brilliant. Keep it up. And those people are making other people happy, also keep it up. Good. Number two, not everyone will like you, and that's fine. It's okay to not be liked by everyone, because you know what? Not everyone likes me, and that's okay, because who you are, your quirkiness, your amazingness, your weirdness is you. Not everyone will like that about you. The ones that like you will really like you for being unique, being who you are. But if you're trying to be other people, that's not you. Nah, man, that isn't you. Yeah, so basically, be yourself, and it doesn't matter if people like you or not. You need to make sure you go out there, you be your best self. But obviously, by saying that, doesn't mean that try to be, if yourself is inherently a really bad person, just don't try to be too, try to improve yourself to become a better person, of course. But if you have good qualities and you're just a bit weird and things like that, don't worry. You got yourself a good day. No, you have yourself a good day. Damn, my English, man. Third thing I've learned, opportunities come at the weirdest places. Like, this quarantine, I was supposed to, instead of quarantine, I was supposed to be going to Nepal, I was supposed to go to Brazil, I was supposed to go to Bangladesh, possibly as well, but nothing happened because of COVID-19, and I couldn't go. So, I couldn't go to COVID-19, and it was really sad, but it didn't stop me from finding amazing opportunities to do other things. I didn't realize I ended up in a consultancy health firm accidentally. I worked with a tech company that sells to NHS, so I know how the procurement side works. I know what sales works. I'm a salesperson. Like, I never thought ever I would do that. Like, go and find opportunities. There are thousands of opportunities out there, and it's just so weird where they'll pop up. You know, people say, like, when making money and finding opportunities is found in the weirdest places. LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram are actually amazing places to find amazing people who would, number one, give you jobs to do some things that you're able to do. If you're a medical student, they will use your medical student expertise in some way or another, and they'll pay you. And that's what happened to me. I just got these random jobs. I mean, I worked for the NHS 111 for a bit. I did research. Did research for a bit as well. I did XYZ. I did quite a few things, and it was just weird. It's just like, where did all these opportunities suddenly come from? And it was coming from the COVID-19 pandemic. As much as it was taking away opportunities, it was giving thousands of other new opportunities within the remit of COVID-19. So, and it was brilliant for me, because do you know what I like? Infectious disease. The other thing I've came to appreciate is I really wanted to go abroad for charity, and it was such a big, in my heart, I wanted to. Come third year, I entered, and I was like, I don't know why, just in my head, I was just like, I really want to go abroad and help people. That was such a bad thought process. That's really bad. It's such a scam, and it's not really good, because when you're going abroad to help people, you're not actually helping them that much. Actually, what you've just done is taken someone else's job that could have been paid with the money you have gotten from volunteering. Now, does that mean you shouldn't volunteer abroad? No. What it means is you need to understand what it means to volunteer abroad. So if you raise up some money and to go there, and you obviously pay for yourself to go to that place, when you go there, it's about you learning from them. It's not about you helping. Obviously, help out, be there, help out in all the projects, but it's not about your services to them because they could have got someone else and paid them to do the thing. It's about learning from those experiences abroad, taking that and applying that to yourself in the practices that you do in this country and improving your practices and your understanding of different cultures. And that's why it's so important to go abroad and do these volunteering experiences and work experiences, because the world out there is big and amazing, and doing work experience out there gets you to see people for who they really are, not this touristic thing vision you'll see of them. That's why I love China when I went there, because I didn't see this fake China that they want to show off. I saw the pretty much the real China, the good and the bad. So and that was really nice because I got to do a project in China, and that was amazing. But that was 2 years back, and I haven't been able to go abroad since then to do a project. But soon come, we will do one. Prayer and meditation has been quite useful in my life because by me praying, I have been able to gain a lot of knowledge about myself and about my goals. Because when you pray 5 times a day, which we do in our religion, the nice thing is you're disciplining yourself, number one, and then the second thing is you are always constantly reminded of your goals and what you're grateful for. And that's how I use prayer. What am I grateful for and what are my goals? And that way you're embracing yourself and your flaws and how can you improve yourself, but you're also reflecting on how you can make yourself better and what are your goals and are you doing the right things to get to your goals. And that is how I tend to use prayer. But obviously everyone, don't see it as just a religious obligation. See it as an opportunity to reflect and meditate as you pray. So just the thing I learned this year. Another thing that bothered me this year, and I think it's a reflection of myself as well, people look at beauty way too heavily. Like people aspire to want this butt, this boob, this thin waist, whatever. But truly within yourself, you need to find that beauty is not the thing that you should be looking for in other people. It's more than that. Look past that beauty, because there is more to that person than their flesh and skin. There is a soul or some entity within that being that makes them them. And get to know them as a person, because once they're dead, and let's say they have their beauty, they have their body, their beauty's there, but you happen to not like them. Why? Because it's just a vessel. That body is just a vessel. So what I would recommend you is to get to know people for who they are inside truly and see, is their soul really beautiful or are they actually an ugly person inside? Which is the important ugliness to decipher. And so beauty can be deceiving. So beauty can be very deceiving. So that's a big lesson I learned as well. I've really started this year appreciating the need for passive income. It's not a thing of, oh, you need passive income because you want to retire early. I actually really like medicine and I want to continue to work in medicine and things like that. But it's about having the flexibility to do whatever you want. And it's about, I want to really, if you have money, you have the power to do things, if that makes sense. So if I have a lot of passive income, I can then take those passive income and then help out countries abroad, in charity projects and help build infrastructure. And I think that would be amazing to do. But obviously there's other things and other obstacles ahead of me. But I think that's something that would be brilliant to do, having those passive income streams available. And I have seen some of them, like I've tried out and has worked. So I think I'll continue with those. So I know things like Wahid Invest is the one I've been using and has been giving me returns. So I would recommend it. And you can open an ISA. So if you open an ISA in the UK, 20k is free, tax free, which is amazing for people like me, which doesn't want to pay tax for no reason. Because honestly, tax takes up way too much money when you start earning a lot. So I think that's quite nice to know that if you put an ISA for 20k, you can have that tax free. Brilliant. Each year, which I didn't know, like all of these little caveats of like tax and things And also, like, if you open up a business, you get a lot of you get tax reductions because if you make money through a business, you get tax reduction. So that's why people, when they buy houses, they don't buy it with their own name, they buy it through a company because you get less tax on that, which is crazy. And then the ways you can evade tax, which legally as well, you can evade tax literally legally because the government want you to buy houses, they want you to do this, which is crazy in my opinion. But you just find all these like really cool things, and I found out this year about these things. And I mean, there are a few things I have found about which might be useful. So if you want to buy a property and you don't have a lot of money, you can buy things called REITs. The one I've been recommended was Yielders. I'll put it in the description box below if you want to go into Yielders and check them out. The other one was stocks. So I've been using free stacks, and you get a free stock as well. Like it's like similar to the Robinhood and the Webull app that the Americans use. So you can check those out as well. And I'll put a link down below if you want to check them out. And then Wahid Invest, you can check that one out as well, which I have personally used, and I can partially vouch that, you know what, it has made me some returns. But you're not going to make millions, just put it out there, you won't make millions, but you make a decent amount back, and that's what's important. Again, capital is at risk, but it's not as much as risk as you think it is. But again, you're there for the long term. Do not invest in things for the short term, because you will honestly lose a lot of money for no reason. Don't do that. Just put your money down, don't ever look at it again, and then keep putting money into it, and hopefully you will see it rise over the time. And that's the amazing things about stocks and building wealth, which is amazing. And hopefully I get to do something with that in the future, where I can use the wealth I've accrued to help me with my finances, but help others in the UK who are suffering, as well as abroad which are suffering as well. And I think that would be like amazing thing to do. So we'll see how that leads to and what that happens, but that's like a really good thing, I think. Wealth and all that stuff leads to, I learned this year. The other thing I learned was how big marketing is like in business and in just general, like marketing yourself, marketing companies. If you market, that takes up a big proportion as to your visibility. Like, you can have an amazing company, but if no one knows about it, you're not going to make any money, you're not going to be known about it, no one cares about your product, you're going to be gone like this. That's why marketing is so important. And I've only realized it this year how important it is to market yourself out there and put yourself out there, whether it be even in ward rounds, you know, put yourself out there, answer the questions, do your things. Because when you stand out, people want to give you opportunities because you're standing out, you're going above and beyond other people. So make sure you stand out and market yourself. And if you have business and things, really market those out, and don't be afraid to do that, because that's literally how you're going to make money, is if it's out there and exposed, rather than hidden in a tiny closet somewhere. I don't know how in business to do that, but hopefully you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. I learned this year as well that it's important to add value to people's lives as much as you can, even if you learn them from a short time or a long time. Adding value to their life is so important. So whether you read a book telling them about those things, whether you're trying to improve a language with them, whether you're trying to improve a relationship with them, whether it be a friendship or otherwise, whether you're trying to improve your artistic abilities or whatever it might be, always offer value to that person, and honestly people will offer you value back. If you go for friendships that don't offer value, you won't ever get value back, because when you give value to others, people are going to see that and say, wow, this person has gone above and beyond for me, I'm going to offer value to this person as well in their life. But because you see there's a lot of people who are friends who, they don't really add much value to your life, they don't do much for you, and they're not really people that you want to keep along. But those who genuinely add value, who want to push you forward, who want to make you better as a person, those are the sort of friends you need to stay with and you need to appreciate and be with. And I think that also leads me nicely to my final point. Value your friendships, your relationships, your family ships, whatever it might be. I think value the people you're with. That's something I am horrible at. Really bad at. I'm not good at valuing others sometimes, and that is something I should improve. But it is something I'm trying to improve in my life. I have been doing it. I've been doing it actively by, saying hello to my friends a lot more, which I know that sounds, what the flip do you mean? Do you not say hello to your friends? I do, but usually when I say hello, it's more like I need something from them. But nowadays I try to say hello, how you doing, just to know how they are as a person, which I did used to do, but very little. And I'm trying to do a little bit more regularly now with my friends, and I think, and my family as well. So when we try to do those things build up with other people. When you do it with your friends, good. And do it with your family, good. And then you can build that up with your relationships as well, and with your business relationships, with other relationships in your life as well. But try to improve the ones within the ones you have already, your family, your friends. To improve those relationships before, and that will hopefully improve your relationship in businesses and otherwise. So that's my lessons from 2020. Hopefully you found that insightful, and hopefully you've learned something from this experience of my reflections of 2020 and what I've learned. And if you've got something you want to share about what you've learned this 2020, share in the comments below, and hopefully you might see me around.